Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth, and fancy seeing you here, and you are very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. It is DC Fandome Day, boys and girls and everybody. It's a massive day to be a geek and nerd, to be a DC fan. What time are we on here in Cyprus? It is 10:16. You're all in beddy boys, most of you in the United States of America, and because of your, like everything else about America is so opposite to everybody else in the rest of the world, us Europeans are going to have to stay up really late to emphasize and enjoy this epic occasion, which is DC Fandome. So I don't know what time it's going to start over here in Cyprus. I'm looking at probably maybe midnight, maybe slightly earlier. We will see. But it's going to be a very, very long night, all through the night. I don't know how I'm going to survive. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow when I can't wake up to do the things that I'm going to have to do. But it's a massive occasion. You know, what AT&T have done, they've created an event. I mean, already they've announced that Batfleck will be in the Flashpoint movie. I mean, this was an announcement we were hoping and waiting for would be at Fandome, and we got it 2 days early. That's insane. So that would point towards the level of announcements we are going to get. And if that's not enough, Idris Elba is playing a mystery character in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And James has already said that all the theories he's seen online are all wrong. Wouldn't it be funny if he's actually playing Deadshot after all that? Funnier things have happened. I mean, Idris would be an awesome Deadshot. He'd be very different to Will Smith. No, I think we should definitely leave that role open for Will if he wants it. Maybe he doesn't want it anymore. There were issues, and we will see what happens there. Look, his role in the first Suicide Squad movie is actually one of the best things about the movie. And one of the big reasons the movie made a lot of box office, doesn't matter about the negative reviews, because critics are irrelevant. We know that now. Right, just listen to what they're saying about Tenet. They're saying it's a bad film because it has no jokes, because it has no slapstick. What kind of critical media can you take seriously when they find that a critique? Anyway, I've said my bit about that. I thought I'd squeeze that in there. Listen, massive day today. And I want us for a moment to sit here and rejoice and think about what's been achieved here. For by some miracle, AT&T have purchased Time Warner. Now, although we're seeing the beneficial consequences of that now, there was issues at the time where nobody was watching because everyone was focused on this merger, because everybody was focusing on this purchase. And this is how everyone was able to do what they did to Zack Snyder within the old regime, because nobody was paying attention. And I think Ray Fisher said it beautifully in his tweet the other day. I can't believe we're here. I can't believe that we are, aka Warner Brothers, Warner Media, are owned by a company now that are focused on giving the fans what they want, by doing the right thing, by focusing on the content, making sure it's right. They do right by the creatives, the artists, the directors, the actors, but also that they make something that will stand the test of time. Things like Flashpoint, things like Zack Snyder's Justice League, things like The Batman, things like The Suicide Squad, not just one and done movies which we watch and we forget about. They make $1 billion or $2 billion and everyone goes, well, it did make $1 billion, so it must have been good. We know a lot of the MCU films that have made over $1 billion aren't very good and aren't very memorable movies. You look at Captain America Civil War. It isn't a particularly memorable movie at the end of the day, but it's there. And I think this is something that AT&T want to avoid. They are creating this multiverse strategy. It's going to be a shared, inclusive universe of all of these characters from past and present, different versions. We've already discussed that. So as we think and rejoice about how we're actually getting Zack Snyder's Justice League, Snyder Cut, There's actually an official, verified Snyder Cut account on Twitter. Who would have thought, after everything we've been through, everything we've fought for, we would have seen that? That's amazing in itself. And I can tell you that Warner Media have already kind of commented on that account. It's part of them, I think. It's an extension. It's insane. It's insane how far we've come. Why is it that you've got Warner Media and Jason Killer, tweeting about Zack Snyder, knowing how to hype up an event and a movie? Look, Jason Killer, as far as I'm concerned, is a genius. He's the right man to run Warner Media. But it's not just what he's doing in front on social media, the projects he's greenlighting, what he's doing with DC. It's what you see behind the scenes. It's the investigation into the conduct of Jeff Johns, John Berg, and the other geezer, what's his name? The director of Justice League, Joss Whedon. Nearly forgot his name. Not a very memorable guy, is he? Although Buffy was pretty cool, so you'll always have that, Joss. Not sure you're going to get to do that reboot anymore, but we shall see. So as we sit here and we rejoice and we think about the 2 years we fought, and we thought we were just a bunch of irrelevants, shouting into the desert, into the Lost Island, while Flight 815 crashed, right? We didn't think anyone was listening. All of a sudden, AT&T purchased this mammoth of an iconic company that we've supported all our lives, mainly because they own DC Comics. And everything is changing so quickly. So in the past, we used to sit here wishing for this, wishing for that, wishing for announcements at Comic-Con, announcements that would never happen. Now, all of a sudden, we are at the crest of a wave. It's Christmas Day now. Excuse the cough. I talk too much, that's the problem. And I speak too loudly and I cough. Apologies. But my passion gets the better of me, because this is a mammoth day. What can we expect from DC Fandome today? I don't even know how I'm going to cover this event. Very late at night, everyone here is going to be asleep. The only way I can do it is by whispering and doing bite-sized videos. We will see what I'm going to do. I've got plans. There's definitely something going to happen, because I do want to keep, I want to keep on reacting to the news that's coming. Definitely check me out on my Instagram, Mad Mickey's World. So check me out on there. I may go live, I may not. No promises. But look, how we've got this event. This is bigger than San Diego Comic-Con. The panels, the trailers, the discussions, the reveals we're going to have. Batfleck returning has already been announced. It's amazing. And I still have to pinch myself that we're getting Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, ZL, whatever you want to damn well call it. We are getting these things. It is DC Fandome Day. And as much as I say those words, I can't believe it's true. I can't believe we are here. I can't believe we are now, as I've already said, run by a company that will do this. In a year of a pandemic, where everyone's scared and panicking, when we see, we saw what we saw with Mr. Floyd as well. We saw what happened to him in front of our very eyes, and then Black Lives Matter rose as well from the ashes, right? It's been a very, very intense year. But entertainment and artistry and imagination can take some of that away. Some of that away. And all of a sudden, we have woken up to something we've been looking forward to for a very long time. All of a sudden, every fan within the DC universe is going to get everything they've ever dreamed of. It's a big day. It's a big event. And I'm going to attempt to do one of the most ambitious things any really, really small YouTuber has ever done. To try and keep all this covered. To try and talk about it all throughout the day. And hype it up even more. So, in a massive day like this, we come together to celebrate the caption behind me. Batman versus Superman. That brilliant poster that the PS4 put up nearly 3 years ago now. Is it 3 years ago? No, 17, 18, 19, 4 years ago now, right? Beautiful, right? Batfleck and Cavill's Superman looking at each other, ready to square up. They were hefty days. The build-up for that film was so exciting. And I never, ever ever watched that film and felt let down. In fact, I thought it was amazing. And now, next year, we will see the next chapter of the Snyderverse. And it's about my favourite character. It's the rebirth of Superman. It's Batman being a hero. And all the other characters like Wonder Woman, The Flash, who knows, maybe Green Lantern, definitely Cyborg, playing a prominent role. Aquaman. Not a lot of talk about Aquaman with Zack Snyder's Justice League, actually. He's like kind of gone into the background a bit. I hope he gets a lot more than we saw in Justice League, right? But listen, it's a magical day, and we really need to kind of feed into it, because when I think about it, when I think about what we've gone through, and to see all these happy faces and these happy posts and these happy tweets, I remember the dark days. I remember when we sat there talking about locked vaults and the Snyder Cut being hidden, and had it been burnt, had it been burnt, had it been destroyed, not knowing what we were talking about at times. In the early days, we didn't. We had no substantial evidence, what existed, what didn't, until Zack spoke up. And it took Zack a while to speak up because of different reasons, but he did. And he really did start the fight. And people like Fiona. And now all of a sudden, it's here. Warner Brothers are owned by somebody else now. Everything is changing so quickly. And all of a sudden, Warner Media are leaving Disney in the shade. It's not about a sausage measuring context, about talking about the success of Disney Plus and kind of HBO Max not measuring up to those subs, because HBO Max is literally only just started. And as Jason Kilar has already said, they're playing the long game. It's the game of quality instead of quantity. And they've got their variety and they've got their quantity. Look, for me, HBO Max is one of the best I've seen in terms of streaming services. Say whatever you want. And ultimately, that will be kind of a mainstream art house, kind of a place where people want to make content because they know it has the brand of HBO and Warner Media on it. And that's going to mean something. It already does. So with the announcement that Ben Affleck is going to be in the Flashpoint movie, and we know that Michael Keaton is going to be in that film, we already have a film that's a big hype engine. Something to look forward to in 2 years' time. But then there's Zack Snyder's Justice League, because today, it's today for me. We actually get to see 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of Zack Snyder's vision of Justice League. It's something we've waited a hell of a long time for. And I'm willing to wait a few more hours for it. He's even been teasing us, as we saw earlier. Hope you like my reaction with the robe and everything. I thought I'd get it up, get the hype up early. But as I say, it's been a long road. It's been a very long road. None of us thought we'd ever be on this day. It's like we are the kings of the castles, the kings and queens of the castles, and whatever else you want to reference yourself as, right? Pronouns are important to a lot of people, so we've got to be very respectful. But it seems like we are on the top of the mountain, and the pundits and the old regime of WB are down on the bottom, and we're just poking our tongues out. Should we poke our tongues out to all the haters, to all the people who try to stop this from happening, to all the people who are so angry that it has happened? Are you ready? Oh, yes. Feels good, doesn't it? So comment down below, like, share and subscribe. It's massive. I keep on saying that, but I can't reiterate it even more. It's such a massive day. I can't tell you the kind of announcements that there's going to be. We will discuss it when it happens. As I talked about before, bite-sized videos. For me, it will be the evening, and for you Americans, it will be all daylight and cool. But I aim to do this. And I hope to stay up. I really do. So we shall see. But as I say, today is Christmas Day for every DC fan. And it's strong. It's amazing. It's exciting. And I think I can speak for every Superman fan to say that Superman expects We expect announcements. We expect Cavill's return. We expect J.J. Abrams' Superman film to be announced, or a Superman movie of some sort to be announced. You cannot rest Superman anymore. He is your number one star. And if you don't understand that, you shouldn't be in this business. But I'm confident that Jason Kilar, AT&T and Warner Media understand that. Superman and his fans expect big today. It's up to you, Warner Media. I hope you deliver. See you again throughout the day for more videos and lots of DC Fandome breaking news reactions. See you again soon.